Hello everyone, I'm Anirudh and today I'm going to talk about my project Visualizing Sound in the Wild, a simple app that lets you visualize sound in an image. The motivation of this project comes from the idea, how can we better capture the moment? Pictures do a great job on doing this pictorially, but what if we can go a step further and also capture the sound into the image? What if we can make the images feel more alive and give them the ability to recreate the moment better? This is what this project aims to do. Imagine this as geotagging images, but now we are not tagging images with location, but tagging them with sound instead, which is pretty cool if you think about it. Okay, so in this video, I want to talk about the app I built to help people interact with this idea. This gives you the ability to visualize your own voice or any sound for that matter on any image of your choosing, allowing you to capture and create your own memory in this unique way. More information and motivation about how visualizing sound in an image works can be found in my blog post, Visualizing Sound in the Wild. I would encourage you to please go and take a look and comment with your idea of how we can capture sound in the image. The app supports two methods of visualizing sound. One is visualizing sound in real time, where you can use your own voice to and on any image of your choosing to visualize the sound. And the other one is using YouTube links. So you can give any YouTube link, the app will extract the audio from that video and encode that sound into the image you upload. Or you can also use an existing example to make it easier. Okay, so before diving in, let's take a look at some of these examples. Hiking among the trees is the first one here. This was an early morning hike on the Mirror Lake Trail in the woods of Mount Hood, Oregon. Somewhere along the hike, I was taking a break and lying down in the snow, and it was here I captured this picture. There were birds chirping in the background, and I thought to myself, how can I capture this moment better? That's where I got this idea of what if we can visualize this sound in an image, and decided to work on this project. The sound from the birds is encoded into the sky, making this image come alive. Here's what it sounds like. Another example here is the mighty Multnomah Falls. Listen in on how 923 gallons of gushing water hitting the rocks sounds like. Another example here is the Seattle Great Wheel. And this is where I started broadening my idea of capturing sound. For the previous applications, I was capturing the source of the sound, but I didn't want to restrict the application to just that use case. And I wanted to expand it to capture any meaningful sound in an image. There's a very cute carousel next to Seattle Wheel, and I'm always reminded of that when I look at the Seattle Wheel and think of it, and that's what I wanted to capture here. Here's how the tunes from that carousel vary the lights of the Seattle Wheel. Again, building on this idea of capturing sound from different sources, why not make something fun out of it? And what's more fun in today's world than creating a new Instagram or Snapchat filter? This is a picture of me with the Devil's Horn filter glowing on the beats of Some Nights by Fun. Do you guys think this makes a good filter? Comment on my blog or the YouTube video to share your thoughts. At this point, we have a good sense of motivation and the things the app can do. So let's look at it in action now. Before we move on, I also want to quickly walk you through the GitHub code and the different social media links I have. So the GitHub code is open source, it's in Python, and you are free to change the code and run the app offline to tweak with it and play with it. The instructions for running the app offline or locally are here, and it's very easy. You can just clone the repository and run the requirements.txt file, and all the dependents will be installed accordingly. I also have an Instagram page dedicated, and this link is also on my on my app and also on the GitHub code, but the dedicated page is just to keep a track of different projects I have. And if you follow this Instagram account, Visualize Sound, you will be updated whenever I create a new visualization from this application. Okay, so the first one is visualizing sound in real time. So once you press start here, you would, okay, first of all, you might need to select a device. By default, the device on my PC works. And when I hit start, it will ask for permissions to the audio. I have already given permissions, so it doesn't ask me, but you would need to enable that. And once we do that, the first thing we need to do is upload a picture, and optionally you can also upload an image mask. And the image mask, what it basically does is it restricts the area in the image where we encode sound. And don't worry if you don't have an image right now, you can just click on use an existing example and it will upload an image and an image mask for you. And this is the same visualization we have been using so far. Okay, so as I've been saying, you can see in real time on the right that the image is changing and we are encoding these amplitude time values in real time onto the picture on the right. And a quick observation here is these amplitude values are kind of random, and it's a little bit slow maybe as well because we are running the app online. But if you run the app locally, this runs in real time, and you should have it as you speak, you should see the changes. Another observation is you can play a music sound and see how these random amplitude time waves are not so random in music. So let me play Spirits by Strumbellas, and you can see that. Okay, so that's cool or what? Cool. So yeah, so that's basically visualizing sound in real time. You can use your own audio to generate any visualization you like. The other one I have is, oh, okay, one quick thing is I have other examples loaded in the GitHub repository. So if you just click on use an existing example again, it should, okay, you might need to stop first. And if you click on use an existing example again, it will load another example up for you. So here is the another example, and I have a couple of them here. So keep clicking on use an existing example and you would see different images. But they are limited. So if you want something unique, then upload your own file and create your own visualization. Cool. So the next one I have is the YouTube version of the app. And this is again mainly because when I started working with this, working online, there were limited resources available, and I then wanted to see, like, make this app tangible, and that's why I created a YouTube version of it. And the advantage here is it's not in real time, so you can process the audio separately and then show the visualization, and that makes it more tangible, more useful to see the end product. Okay, so you can put any YouTube link in this text box, or for now I'm just gonna use an existing example, and what it will do is it will download the video and extract the audio from it. It will let you select 10 seconds of time duration, and if you're running the app locally, you can increase this time duration. When I'm running it online, I've kept it to 10 seconds because processing a longer video makes it difficult because of limited resources. Another option we have is providing a frame rate for the video, and that is how many frames you want to capture each second. And I've spoken more about how the frame rate affects the final rendering in my blog post, Visualizing Sound in the Wild. But the crux of it is the higher the frame rate you choose, the more sound we can capture, and that kind of results in a more pulsating effect in the final rendering. So the next thing we want is uploading the images. You can again directly upload your own image or use an existing example. I'm gonna use an existing example for now, and this time we get the waterfall. Okay, that's multi-normal falls. And we have 60 frames per second, and as you can see, we extracted the audio for which we want to encode the audio in the image, and that's the first 10 seconds of Imagine Dragons. And once we have that, this is the rendering. The original image is on the left and the renderings on the right. And that's Multnomah Falls vibing to Imagine Dragons. Okay, so you can use any YouTube video, any YouTube link, and you can create a rendering on any of your images. And if you look at this plot, if you look at this image, the on the bottom left we have this actual sound waves, and because I could not have another plot here, I decided to put it inside the image so that you can kind of see how the amplitudes are changing while observing the changes in the image here. Okay, another byproduct of this app is we need we first extract the entire audio from the video, and because of that I can also provide the audio for free, and this is something I've needed in the past. So if you really care about the audio, you can just go here. It's the entire 3 minutes and 24 seconds of audio, and you can just go here and click download. So that's about it. This is my attempt at better capturing a moment by visualizing sound in an image without losing the essence of the picture. If you have any questions or ideas on how we can make this system better, feel free to comment on the Medium blog or reach out to me through my website, which can be found here. Thanks for listening.